Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to a new series of Europa Universalis IV. We are playing with all of the DLCs up to date, including the Cossacks. And for this series I decided I was going to play as Venice. After the disaster of the last series, trying to do the Irish Exodus with the random new world, I decided it was time to come back over to Europe and try and do something a little bit different. Now, while I was trying to do the Irish Exodus game, I did decide it might be fun to try and turn them into a republic, which never happened, so I figured let's go and play a republic in Europe, and what better republic to play as than Venice. Venice has quite an interesting little start because, well, where do you go as Venice? You've basically got three directions you can expand in. You can either head north into the HRE, which is generally a bad idea. You can head south into Italy, which is a good idea later on, but not too much in the early game. Or you can head east along the Adriatic, which does sometimes mean you bump heads with the Ottomans. So we'll talk about that in a moment. First of all, for those of you who are not familiar with the way republics work, instead of being a monarchy and having legitimacy, we actually have a modifier called Republican Tradition. And this has a base value of +1 per year. And it reduces our national unrest. Now, what happens is, as a republic, and bear in mind there are several different types of republic, Venice actually start off as a Serene Republic, which is a merchant republic. So we gain an extra merchant, we gain 33% additional caravan power, we gain an extra diplomat, it reduces our national focus cooldown by 5 years. And instead of having a ruler who dies and is replaced by an heir, we have elections. And for a merchant republic, the elections are every 4 years. So every 4 years, we will have the opportunity to elect a new ruler. Now, you can re-elect the same ruler, or you can choose a new ruler. If you re-elect the same ruler, you lose Republican Tradition. But the ruler that you re-elect gains 1 point in each of his different monarch point focuses. So if we re-elected Francesco Forcerini here, he would become a 555. If you elect a new candidate, a new leader, then you gain Republican Tradition. But the new leader will only start with 6 power points. Now, the points he starts with very much depends on the type of leader that you choose. If you choose an administrative leader, he will be a 411. A diplo leader will be a 141, or a military leader would be a 114. So they'll always start with those that point distribution. But then if you re-elect them, then they will gain additional points. Now, our current ruler is 71. He is pretty old, our old Serene Doge Francesco Forcerini. He's not really worth re-electing. He's very good. But at 71, he's probably going to die quite soon. So let's have a quick look at the starting things for Venice. So Venice start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 provinces, which includes Dalmatia, which is sort of separated by Hungary, which is slightly problematic. If we also go and have a look at our diplomatic map mode, you can see that we have a core on Albania, so we'll definitely want to try and take that back. We also have Crete and, I'm not even sure how you pronounce that, I've never heard of it before, Ioboa. Those are both our provinces. We also have a couple of vassals, at least we should do. Yes, Corfu is a vassal, I believe, and so is Naxos. So Naxos is a vassal, and Corfu is a vassal. We're also, for some strange reason, guaranteeing the independence of the knights, which may be something that we want to change later on. And there are various different provinces that we can grab. So, as I was saying, one difficulty that you do have is you can't really expand north into the HRE. Very, very dangerous. You can potentially expand into Italy, and that may be something that I would like to do as Venice. Forming Italy might be a really cool thing to do. You do have to pay attention to the Imperial map mode, though. As you can see, some of these provinces, particularly Ferrara here, are part of the HRE. Now, as you know, there is an event that means that provinces in northern Italy will leave the HRE if all of the provinces in northern Italy aren't in the HRE by a certain date. That normally fires. So we will probably be able to expand into Italy at some point. So the main things that we are going to want to do is actually take some of these independents down here. We'd like to take Albania. Ragusa's another good one to take, but they start off being guaranteed by the Ottomans, I think. Yep, they are being guaranteed by the Ottomans, so we have to be careful. So there are a couple of alliances that we want. Now, we're going to be over our... we are going to be over our relationship limit doing this, but I feel that it is worth doing it. If you're going to attempt this... If you end up starting a game and you're rivaled to Austria, you may as well restart straight away. If you're rivaled to Austria, you're probably going to be screwed. You're going to have a hard time. Austria's rivaled to the Ottomans and Poland. Now, that's unfortunate because I would like to actually get allied with both of them. Now, both of them will accept an alliance. We'd also like to get an alliance with Castile. Castile are also... No, they're not rival to the Ottomans, they're rival to Morocco. All three would accept an alliance. Now, the reason we want these alliances, we'd like to get an alliance with Austria because we don't really want them to attack us if possible. Although I feel that an alliance with Poland is probably stronger. We also want to get an alliance with Castile, because at some point we're probably going to want to take Naples. Now, Naples is currently the junior partner in a personal union with Aragon, and we want that to be broken up. Now, the person that's most likely to go to war with Aragon is Castile, because Castile are rival to them. Now, the problem that you can have is if Naples stays a subject of Aragon, and then the Iberian wedding fires, you can very much end up with southern Italy becoming part of Spain, and that makes it very, very difficult to deal with. So what we're going to do, we definitely want to ally Poland, so we're going to offer them an alliance. We definitely want to ally with Castile. We do have to wait a day. We'll wait for this one to go through, and I'm playing on speed 1 here. Austria would no longer ally us, which is unfortunate. That's because we are allied to their rival. We are going to try and improve relations with them, though. We would like them to like us, but we are also going to go and offer an alliance to Castile. That should help us out. Now, we also need to go and set our rivals, because we don't have any at the moment. We're definitely going to rival the Ottomans, because we will be fighting against them at some point. We probably want to rival Aragon as well, because we will probably want to take Naples from them. And as for the third one, possibly Byzantium. They won't be around for all that long. We could take this stuff from Byzantium. That's perfectly doable. I think we take Byzantium for now, because they may not be around all that long. So we'll do that. We could also then, if we wanted to, we don't have a spare diplomat, we'll have to wait. We do have a few provinces that are Orthodox, which is unfortunate. And they're the provinces on the islands as well. We can't convert them, so we're not even going to bother. Now, how much money are we making? We're at full maintenance, we're making a fair bit of money. And that is one of the good things about playing as Venice and a merchant republic. As far as our force limit goes, we are below our land force limit and we are below our naval force limit. We currently have... what ships do we have? We have 10 transports, which is quite a lot. We have 4 galleys and we have 6 barks. I think we would like to get some more lights. Maybe 3 more lights and 2 galleys. Now, I don't usually use galleys, but I think they are definitely worth it when playing as Venice. So let's start with the lights first, because trade ships pay for themselves. So we'll get 2 of them here, I think, in Venezia, because they'll be quicker getting 2 there than it will getting 1 anywhere else. And then that's the next quickest. So that'll be 3 more lights for us. We've spent some money. We certainly want to try and get some advisors. We are slightly over our relationship slots, but we're doing quite well. Maybe getting... See, we can already afford rank 2, so it shows you how much money we're making. Even though Venice actually has quite few provinces, it does still have a relatively decent amount of development. 142 development in 9 provinces is actually really, really good. We do want to go up to our force limit where possible. And again, we are on 13... Well, I think with 4 cavalry is enough, so I think we just go up for some more infantry there. So let's go ahead and get some more infantry where we can. We'll queue them up in those provinces because they're not doing anything else. Still don't have any advisors yet. Do we want to grab any advisors? Yearly inflation... National unrest could be useful, especially as we do have those provinces that are orthodox. And that would also allow us to get to our next idea group more quickly. We've got a decision available, which is the Advancement of Religion Act, which would give us increased national unrest, but also increased missionary strength. We will go ahead and take that. We might be able to actually convert one of those provinces now. 83 months. That's quite a long time, but we'll see if we can convert it. It might work. We still need to take a mission, which we will do very shortly. We start off with a couple of truces. We have a truce with Milan and we have a truce with the Ottomans, so that will help us out a little bit. We do have that provincial unrest now over here because of the active missionary. It may go away. We will keep our eye on it. It is going to take quite some time for it to be finished. We only have 1.2%. What's that saying? September 15. That's a long time. We'll see how it goes. We'll definitely be wanting to keep our eye on that. We do have some transports. In the meantime, one other thing that we do have that is slightly different mechanic to the republics. You do still have the estates. I think we should do. Maybe we don't have the estates because of the guilds mechanic. Type of government does not have estates. Right, okay, that makes sense. So, as a republic, you don't have estates, but you do have factions. Factions have been in since Res Publica, so they're kind of the same thing. So, we have the aristocrats, the traders, and the guilds. Currently, the people in power are the aristocrats, and for having those in power, we get minus 10% trade power abroad, but we get 5% morale of armies and a 10% land force limit modifier. If the traders were in power, we would have minus 5% to our national tax modifier, but we'd have 10% to our global trade power and minus 10% naval maintenance modifier. And if the guilds were in power, we'd have minus 10% to our build cost and plus 10% to our goods produced, but we'd have minus 10% to our national manpower modifier. The person with the most influence is in charge. You can increase that influence by boosting it by spending either admin, diplo, or military admin or diplo points, and some of them will increase naturally. As you can see, this is actually getting an influence change because of our army tradition, and this one's getting a positive influence change because of our naval tradition. We don't have anything here, so this one is actually dropping down. We're not going to be messing around with that too much for now. In the meantime, let's have a look and see what missions we have. Protect against Aragon, that is to have an army at least 18 or larger. Well, we can definitely do that. Conquer Cyprus is another option. Let's go ahead and take the mission to have an army bigger than Aragon, because we're currently working on that. We're going to go up to speed 2 just while I'm waiting for this. I just want that diplomat to come back because I want to go and insult Byzantium. We'll start getting ourselves some power projection where we can. Now, Cyprus is down here. Now, the good thing with Cyprus at the moment is Cyprus is actually independent. Do they have any allies? They're being guaranteed by the Mamluks. Now, the thing to consider is how much of a navy do the Mamluks have? If the Mamluks don't really have a navy, then if we have naval superiority, we can win this battle quite easily. This is a good place to get an early province. They have 21 ships. 11 of them are transports. They have 3 lights and 7 galleys. So at the moment, they are stronger than me in terms of their navy, which is a shame. I could go ahead and mothball some of these ships. I don't think we will. Our lights want to be protecting trade in the Venice node for the time being. I think the galleys can stay with the transports. That's probably fine. We are working on some more lights. We would like some more galleys. We also want to take Albania. Albania is relatively a good one to start off with because they generally don't actually have a... They generally aren't allied with anyone to start with. If you leave them for too long, though, you will find that they end up being attacked by the Ottomans. So if we are going to take Albania, we do need to do it quite quickly. Could we get military access somewhere? Serbia would give us military access. So I think we ask Serbia for military access and move some units across there. So we'll ask for our military access and we've got it. We're going to start putting some of these guys onto the transports. In fact, before we do that, let's go and get a leader for them. We could... Our current leader's 71. He's probably going to die soon anyway. So let's turn him into a general. He's actually not bad. He's a 221, so we'll take him. We are going to load these guys onto the transports, and we're going to go and drop them off over here into Serbia. So we're going to try and take... Albania as quickly as we can. It shouldn't be too much of a problem because we do have a core on Albania, so we don't need to worry too much about getting a CB for it. So we are going to have to go and grab a few more troops. Let's just pause that up. Would like you to drop these guys off. Now, it's showing they're black flagged, but once they get into Serbia, they should be okay. Yeah, they will lose that black flag. And because I'm landing in Serbia, as opposed to actually landing in enemy territory, the landing is slightly quicker. There we go. We have a larger army, so that is that done. Improve our prestige is almost impossible mission. Papal States of us is at least 100. Well, okay, is that currently doable? Yep, it is. They do have already a positive opinion of us, so let's go ahead and we will... suck up with the Pope. We will probably remain Catholic during this game. It makes a lot of sense playing as Venice. We are going to go ahead and pick up the rest of our army where we can. You guys, I'd love you guys to both be able to move into the province. Why can't you move into the province? This is ridiculous. Why can't you move across the water? There we go. That was being weird. Maybe they didn't have enough morale. Quite possible that was the issue. So we're still not quite at our force limit. That's fine. We don't need to be spending all of our money. We'll just get you guys together very quickly, if you wouldn't mind. There we go. We'll group you up. You're not at full morale, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and drop the rest of you off in Serbia. And then hopefully we can quickly take Albania. So that's the plan here. We're going to start expanding as early as we can. This is normally what Venice does at the AI, no, let's get that right. This is normally what the AI does as Venice. The AI will normally attack Albania pretty much straight away. So we want to drop these troops off. You are going to land on the 21st of... No, not 21st of February. That's showing me the ships. Let's show me the army's landing time. Can't see it. We'll just guess. Won't take us too long. We're already suffering attrition here. We're going to go ahead and group these guys up so they've got the general. We will find our trade fleets, and they can sit here as well and help protect. Do you guys have any allies? No, you do not. You have a rival. So we're going to go right ahead and declare war. We're not going to call in anybody. They've only got one core. They've got no allies. They should be stuffed. Now, for some reason, instantly, we've been black flagged, which shouldn't happen because we are actually in... We've been black flagged, but we're actually in friendly territory, which doesn't make any sense at all. Can I get border access through Ragusa? Yes, we can. So, we'll get access through Ragusa. That was a little bit unfortunate. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. I've never understood why it does that sometimes. So we are paying for a little bit of military access that we don't necessarily need. We will end up taking Ragusa at some point anyway. The moment they are safe and not being guaranteed by the Ottomans, we'll be taking them out. We're already blockading Albania, so we've already got 25% war score against them before we've even started to do anything else. Let's go up to speed 3. There's very, very little point in sitting on this speed. I see Corfu have already managed to get someone down here. Corfu, you're attacking into the mountains. Now, I appreciate that I'm attacking into the mountains, but I had more than 2 troops. We've rolled a 9. We do have all those nasty penalties, which are a little bit crap, but they don't have anywhere to run. Well, they are going to run, but they'll probably just run over here because they don't have anywhere else to go. So we'll go and stack wipe them, and we'll sit over here and we'll go and get Albania. Now, there's every possibility that once we control Albania, that the Ottomans will declare on us. But bear in mind, if they declare on us, they're going to have to deal with Poland and with Austria. Speaking of which, let's go and make sure that we do suck up to Poland. We want Poland to like us as much as possible. We want Castile to like us as much as possible. We want everyone to love us. That's the way we're going to win this game. Everyone is going to be absolutely in love with Venice and not want to hurt us very hard. So we've got some more of these ships being produced. You are... well, I would have had you protecting trade. We will go down here just to blockade the navy once that siege is finished. It might take a little while for the siege to finish. There's not an awful lot that we can do about that. Now go and grab all of you guys. We want the lights and we will group you guys together. Now here's something interesting. Okay, new pope has been elected. The Ottomans have declared war on Albania. Now, unfortunately for the Ottomans, they can't actually grab Albania because we're sieging it down. Now, the thing that I can't remember, and this is where the interesting bit is going to be, if I actually take Albania, will that put me at war with the Ottomans or will it invalidate their war? I can't remember which way around that works. This could put us at war with the Ottomans, which is potentially risky. If that is the case, though, we should still be okay because it should still be classed as a defensive war because the Ottomans declared war on Albania, which means we should be able to call in our allies. I think we can cancel our diplomatic access with Ragusa. We don't have a diplomat to send at the moment. We will bring you back from Poland. Should have waited till the end of the month there, really, but never mind. So let's go and... Yes, that's what I wanted to do. Click on the trade node. Let's go and cancel our military access there. I think we can probably also cancel our military access with Serbia at this point as well. So that's fine. We literally just have to wait for this this siege to finish. Which is unfortunate because we are suffering attrition, but there's not an awful lot else that we can do here. It's only due to the siege. We're suffering 1%. It's not the worst that could happen. Disease outbreak. Okay, that's pretty bad. So we've got our diplomat back. Let's go and suck back up to Poland again. Keep improving relations there. Let's also make sure that we've got this set to best guess. Now then, are you in your personal union? Yes, brilliant. So Poland and Lithuania are in their personal union, which makes Poland very, very strong. I'm surprised that the Ottomans didn't take their mission to fight Constantinople. Yeah, they don't actually have a mission at the moment, apparently. So we've still got some unrest in that province where we are doing the conversion. We might be able to get there, though. We will have to end this video soon. I was hoping we'd make a little bit more progress in the war, but I don't think we're going to, so I will end there. Admittedly, we didn't get an awful lot done in this video because a lot of it was me explaining the sort of starting position for Venice, but I think overall things are going quite well. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're going to enjoy this new series of EU4. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.